What's going on, guys? This is Upper Tofu, and here's a Kashtira Punk deck list that I made that I believe is very good. I've been testing it in Master 1 for a bit now on stream and off stream, and I really think this is one of the best decks out there currently post ban list. So yeah, here's the deck list. I'll be explaining a little bit more of the deck as I play it in the replays, and at the end there'll also be like an explanation of why the ratios are and stuff like that, just to wrap things up. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get right into the replays. All right, so here is the first game of the Punk Kashtira build that I was working on. So we don't have any hand traps, we kind of just have to watch him play the game. So we'll fast forward this, and soon, in about like 4 days, we're gonna not see any more Agido, any more Merly, and Calbeck's gonna be limited, so it's gonna be a good time. But for now, we're gonna have to deal with it for like 4 more days. So our hand, we got like every single card is playable, so we have 5 playable cards in our hand. Foxy Tune does eat up a card, but that's fine. We just have to draw into something that we can discard, because every other card is just playable. But he's going into a lot of stuff. We have to take note he's got Suliek in his hand, and we always want to know if he has Crime, because they usually run 1 Crime and 1 Suliek, or they have to run 1 Suliek. So they got the 1 Crime in the graveyard. Some people run 2, most people run 1. So we have to see what he has, and we have to try to see what we can bait out. And obviously his Crime's in the grave. He's got nothing against Dark Ruler. We top decked it, our one of, so we're obviously going to play Dark Ruler. And now, for now, all he has is a Suliek. I don't think he has a Snow in the grave. He does play Maxi. So we're going to summon our Kashtira, and we're just going to have to play into Maxi because we have no other choice. So we got his negate pretty early, so that's good. Kashtira is mainly used for bait and level 7 rank plays anyway, so that search doesn't really matter. But he's going to go into Kit, and then I'm guessing Kit's going to send... I think he just goes into Drago. Stapelia. Yeah, so now he's got a monster negate. That's fine. He ashed our E-Telly. We're running a little bit low on cards, but we still got juice. So we're gonna keep on going, and now we're gonna use Foxy Tune first, discarding our... The reason we got rid of Xiaomin to summon Xiaomin was because Ogre... We still have a normal summon, so we can still Ogre, search the fusion guy, and then use the fusion. So we want to save that for last, because that's our best card. So he's going to Drago Stapelia or Xiaomin before we even activate it, by the way, so we can still activate it if we search it out. We go for our Ukiyo-e Punk Sharakusai. He's going to use Havness. We just pray that he doesn't mill anything good. And let's check his grave. He mills Medora, this guy, and Siren. Doesn't do anything. I don't think he has any targets because his board is kind of full anyway. We go into Rising Carp. He's going to draw one. He's got 9 cards left in deck. We're going to Rising Carp into our Deer Note and our Wagon. Wagon's going to search the field spell. We're going to play the field spell going into our level 8 here. So that's going to give us a draw 1 because we're going to pay 600 to search a card to our hand. And then Deer Note's going to special from grave. And you want to special the Sharakusai or the Trap, actually. The Trap is also good. He's going to shuffle that back. So he had Medora anyway. But that's fine because we still get a search off. And we used up his graveyard shuffle. So we're going to search for the card that we were originally trying to get in the first place. We're gonna draw one. We luckily drew into this card. Now we can special summon our Fenrir in the graveyard. Yeah, so we have a Fenrir in the grave. Thanks for him. Thanks to the mills that he did. We're gonna search for our Unicorn, and then we're gonna special our Madam Spider. We're going to get the search for our trap card. We're going to get an extra draw 1 from the field spell. And we got another E-Telly. So we're going to play E-Telly. Summon this guy. Going into our Chengying. Now, take a look at his extra deck, right? Or his main deck. He's got 5 cards left in his deck. I checked his graveyard. He's got no Snow. So Snow is either in his hand or it's in his deck. He can't really summon anything because his board is full. So he can't use like Kelbeck or something stupid like that. So I kind of am just going for some summons here. I think I got 4 summons left. I'm going to summon his Fenrir to my side. We're going to go Fenrir into Unicorn. We're not going to shuffle anything back just in case he has a chance to summon something if I shuffle something back. we're gonna go into Psychic and Punisher, and at this point we use Dark Ruler, right? So we can't do damage to him, but he has 2 cards left in deck. So we're gonna go into Access Code Talker, and then he's got 1 card left, or 0 now, and I'm just gonna pass turn and deck him out just like that. Alright, and in this duel, we're going up against I believe it's like a Generator Tearlament Kashtira player, something along those lines, but we're just going to go ahead and search for our continuous spell. Now usually you do want to go into the early Barone so you can set up your negate and then do your plays, but I was getting a little greedy because if I went into early Barone I wouldn't be able to fusion summon, and so I was just basically taking the risk. If he has Ash here, he kind of just gets a big advantage, but luckily he didn't. But in general you want to go into the early Barone, and then we search for our field spell, and then just do the same lines. We go into our Synchro. Synchro pays 600, and then it's going to give us a draw, a search, and then Deer Note summons from grave. So we're going to summon our Shadakusai. He's the opponent's turn Synchro summon, which also bounces if you want to have a level 8 and him on the field. We draw into our hand trap here. We're going to summon our Madam Spider, search for our trap card, giving us another draw with the field spell. And then we got a called by, which is nice. And then now we're going to go into a late Barone here. But now we're sort of safe from anything. We play our Kashtira Birth. We're going to summon our Fenrir. Fenrir is going to search for the Kashtira Riseheart. And then Riseheart's going to play. So with Riseheart, you want to use him the very last. He locks you into XYZ monsters. So you want to do your play and then do Riseheart if you're including him in your deck. So you banish 1. Becomes a 7. Now probably the better idea was to go into the Kashtira XYZ instead of Diabolosis. Just because we have this Kashtira Birth, and without a Kashtira monster on the field, this doesn't banish 3 from grave. Also, we don't have a Fenrir on the field, so he's basically just a extra deck snipe. And you do get knowledge early, so you know where to negate with Barone, where to put return cards to the hand, what to negate. So that basically just gives you knowledge on the opponent's deck, so you know how to react. But I believe the better play would have just been the rank 7 Kashtira monster, but that's just my opinion. And then I just maxi draw phase because I can. And then, yeah. Alright, and in this one, we are going second. Looks like against Bestial, probably mixed with Tear in Kashtira. So yeah, oh no, it was Naturia. Okay, so we go maxi. Probably should have done it in draw phase actually, but yeah, we just go maxi here. He gets rid of our Diabolosis, which we don't really care too much about because our main engine, or our main deck is mainly P.U.N.K, so our Kashtira XCs don't really matter too much to us. So he did maxi. We're just gonna go evenly here. He's going to go into Psychic and Punisher for some reason. We're just going to evenly, he gets rid of End Punisher, and we're just going to give him 1 card, search the spell card, normal summon Fenrir, search a monster card, and then end our turn here. That way we can get rid of a key extra deck monster, we can banish a card face down. If he plays a spell card, we just banish all his Naturia monsters. The reason why we didn't go into an extra deck monster is because he had Mole Cricket, which specials itself and then summons more Naturia stuff and causes more problems, so you don't want to do that. We banish his Mole Cricket, and we already know what he has in his hand because he searched it. He has the Magnamut card. He goes to attack and banishes our continuous spell, which we only have 1 copy of in our deck, so I banish his level 7 so he doesn't go into it. And then he banishes our very same Kashtira level 7, or rank 7. Now we have a lot of cards we can play. We play E-Telly, go into, the reason why I didn't activate Xiamen was because he would have probably banished our Barone that we were about to go into, so without risking that. And we also only have 1 copy of our fusion monster as well as 1 copy of our Jam Dragon. We don't want him getting rid of our combo, so that's why I didn't activate him, because we already have a lot of cards in our hand to activate anyway. We normal summon, we fuse our 2 monsters into our Rising Carp, tribute into Deer Note and Wagon search field spell, or Wagon. Field spell, go into our level 8 to search a card, pay 600. We also get to draw a card off of stream. And the reason we go into our fusion monsters so we can attack twice when he gets synchro summoned. We banish one, summon the Trap Searcher, search for the pop because you want to search this against Kashtira players. We get to draw an extra. We synchro into Psychic and Punisher. Our life points are relatively low compared to our opponent, so we're going to gain a decent amount of attack points. And we get to target a Punk monster and it gets to attack twice. So we're going to attack. Not going to use Barone to negate it here because we can still kill even though this goes off. We want to be as careful as possible. We attack again. I do negate this one because we can't kill unless we get rid of him, because he will get rid of one of our monsters. So boom, and then we just go in for the attack here with Psychic N to finish it off. Alright, welcome to the deck list, and I'll just be explaining a little bit more in detail because this is towards the end of the video, so if you guys want to keep on watching just to get a little bit more in-depth detail on the reason and why these cards are here, this is it. So the reason I have, well, you obviously want your hand traps and your called by and crossout. Some versions don't run your called by and crossout, they have more kind of like go power, but I do like to stop Maxis, Ashes, and Imperms and whatnot, so I do like having the called bys and crossouts here just for some protection. I run 2 Shadokusai. You could run 1. I just run 2 just in case like I need to summon somebody else off of Deer Note from the graveyard, or I can search it with the P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive and then special it with the field spell. So sometimes you might need 2, but you're cool with running 1. It's not really gonna make too much of a difference. And you want to have 2 Deer Note. You could do it with 1 if you're low on UR, but I do recommend 2 just in case you see it in your opening hand. That kind of sucks. And the 1 Kashtira Rise Heart. So you summon Fenrir and then you either search Unicorn or Rise Heart, right? But if you search for Rise Heart, you gotta use it at the very end or else you get locked into Xyz monsters. So just remember that. And we run the 1 copy of Birth because it's searchable with Unicorn. 1 field spell. You only need 1. So yeah, you don't use multiple of these. Yeah, just need 1. Evenlies, 1 Imperm. I have the 1 Imperm for the crossout. Even 42. I like even numbers. 2 is my favorite number. So yeah, I just put 1 Imperm in to make this deck list 42. I could have put another Ascended Thunder or another Ogre Dance, but I do like having the versatility of possibly negating an Imperm if that does come up. And for the extra deck, we have 1 Fish, 1 Jam Dragon Drive, 1 Barone, and 1 Supreme Sovereign. So these are your level 10 monsters that you're going to be summoning, and then your level 11 boss monsters. You want to summon this on your opponent's turn so you get the bounce, and then also you might want to summon Psychic and Punisher, but it just depends on what you want to do. So Psychic and Punisher, if you sit on him with low life points, they could easily Crusadia Avermax attack over. They can Underworld Goddess and tribute you out or like link with you, so just gotta watch out for that. That's why I like searching for the Juri Punk Nashiwari card, because it pops a card. So let's say they go into like a link 2 getting ready to link off your Psychic End, you just pop them and then they can't do it. You got your Cicada King for the monster negate, Big Eye for the steals. This is for deck knowledge and banishing cards, but mostly I use it for deck knowledge so you know where to negate them and stuff. This card is just generally good. You want to do that with the Rise Heart at the very end so you can summon either your Fenrir or your Unicorn. You got your Zeus, obviously. You got your IP, the Earth Charmer. Earth Charmer is used to summon your opponent's Fenrir since everybody is running this card. And we got lots of Earths in the deck, including our Punks and our Kashtira. It makes sense to run this card. Summon your opponent's Kashtira card, possibly using their Unicorn to search for your Birth, stuff like that. Unicorn just for a shuffle with IP on the opponent's turn if that ever comes up, and then access code to finish off the game. So here is the deck list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. I'll be making more of like a beginner version because I know some people are kind of just learning this deck from the very beginning, don't know anything that's really going on. So I'll be doing like a solo mode version where I kind of slow it down and explain it a little bit easier. That'll be the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.